I'm Hone, and it is Thursday, so that means it's time for one of my draft videos. I post one every Monday and Thursday at the latest format. We are doing Guilds of Ravnica, as you can see here. I do want to remind you guys that my videos are sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can go to cardkingdom.com to buy singles or sealed product, and they have some cool things like a pre-made cube if you want to draft cube and things like that as well. So check them out at cardkingdom.com. What do we take here? Well, Nightveil Predator is incredibly good. It's also incredibly difficult to play if you don't end up in blue-black. Luminous Bonds, meanwhile, is good in a lot of different decks. Well, two. There's only two white decks, but in both of them, you can splash it too and have it be good. So I think we take it. It's a great removal spell. Guildmage's Forum can be pretty nice if you have a bunch of gold cards, but I think we take the Bonds over the Predator. Good chance someone to our left is in blue-black. Why does the world want me to play Golgari every time I draft? This is, you can't say no to this. I don't even know what the person who opened this pack would take over it. There's so few cards. Maybe, no, there's only 2 uncommons left. They took an uncommon. What? It's tempting to just be like, I'm going to take another Luminous Bonds, but it's also wrong. So we have to take Find Finality. You know, I'm sorry, guys, if I end up in Golgari again. What can I do, you know? Okay, so this pack doesn't exactly have anything that screams play Golgari to me. I think Legion Guildmage is probably what I take. The Elemental, the Worm, those things are good. But I think the Guildmage is better than either of them. And, you know, Finality, Find Finality is great, but Luminous Bonds, League Guildmage isn't, you know, nothing. So I think that's what we take here. If Golgari ends up absurdly open, you know, I can't promise I won't end up in there. Especially when we get something like a Glowspore Shaman who can set up so many cards in the Golgari deck. There's also a Flight of Equinox, but it's not really for red-white, it's more for green-white. Which we could also end up in. But I think Glowspore Shaman's better than everything in this pack. I mean, the Wood Shape, well, that's not true. This is better in like a grindy deck, a deck that's not super aggressive. And the Wood Shaper can be nice too. But I think Glowspore Shaman is pretty good. I don't think it's right to take anything over it. I mean, I could take the Equinox. It is, you know, maybe we do end up in not white-red. And if we don't end up in white-red, then maybe that works. But, you know, is Flight of Equinox plus Luminous Bonds better than Glowspore Shaman plus Find Finality? I don't think so. Wow. Okay. Well, we got to take Bounty of Might here, I think. It's an incredibly good trick. You know, I don't normally like tricks, but one it's both durable and flexible. In that you can't really get 2 for 1 with it the way you can with most tricks because you can target 3 different things. So I think we want it, and that's what we take. Well, there's a Conclave Guildmage. That's a little different. Iron Shell Beetle, Conclave Guildmage. I mean, I think the Conclave Guildmage... Rosemane Centaur is pretty good too. I think it's better than the Beetle, but I would play the Beetle in this deck, and I won't be able to play the Guildmage in this deck. I think I take the Guildmage, see what happens here. Oh, well, there's an Okran Assassin, because why not? Okay, that's what we take here. Would like to splash this Luminous Bonds if we don't end up in it. Pitiless Gorgon. Yeah, I think we take that. Wood Shaper's nice, but I think we are officially, like, the number of cards that are coming to us that are good, like fine or better in the Golgari deck, like this, like, they just keep coming to us. Yep. Okay, I'll take the Wood Shaper here. Crushing Canopy for the sideboard. So I'm in Golgari again, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. 3 Golgari decks in a row to start a format. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting you guys over there. I wouldn't mind splashing Luminous Bonds, like I said. So Guild Gates that help us do that are good. Now, of course, we get this. which would have made us happier to be in red-white. Oh, crap. I did not mean to pick that. I'm so good. I didn't even get a chance to look at that pack. That's bad. Well, here's a dead weight. That's what we take here. Lava Coil is better, but I don't think we're in red. So I think we take the dead weight. There's also another Luminous Bonds. Another Glowspore Shaman. What else? There's a Capture Sphere, which is definitely better. God, there's another Integrity Intervention. What's happening? No, we can't. I don't think we can just like chuck all of this and move into Boros. And I don't think we want to particularly. Between Bounty of Might and Fine Finality, we have two very strong cards, and the rest of the decks looks fine. I think we take another Glowspore Shaman to help us set up Undergrowth. We don't have a lot of Undergrowth yet, but I'm sure we'll get more. Who knows what I would have taken out of that first pack. I mean, this is an excellent card, so but it's not what we ended up in. Now Magic Online wants me to be red-white, I guess, but I don't think we can pull that off. I think we can splash this, but... I mean, we could go even deeper than just a splash, but I don't think we want to. League, Guildmage, Boros Challenger, those are both really good, but they're not for us. I've been super unimpressed with Molderhulk, but in the deck with two Glowspore Shamans, it probably does get better, but I bet Vigor Spore Worm is still just better. So that's what I'm going to take. We could potentially go like green-white, splash, black. That could be a thing. Man, the world... I almost wish I'd stuck with Boros now. Splash black for Finality, and then we run the Conclave Guildmage. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that, though. So is Prey Upon going to be decent in our deck? I think it will be. Yeah, I think we take Prey Upon here. The Recluse isn't bad. It does give us another creature. We want creatures for Undergrowth. But I think we take the removal spell. Okay, we're going to take another Gorgon. So... Foragers, I guess. I do already have one Crushing Canopy, so yeah, I think we take the Foragers. Ooh, there it is. Okay, now I'm feeling better about Golgari again. Then I have this pack, which has two really good Boros cards in it. Another Crushing Canopy for the sideboard. A Combat Trick I probably won't play. Or another Foragers. I guess I take the trick. Another Crushing Canopy. Yeah. Child of Night. I kind of hope I don't have to play it, but we will if we have to. One key thing for having Finality is we need to make sure we have a decent number of creatures with 3 or more toughness who can survive the Finality half. And right now we do, but I'm just saying. Yeah, we'll take Child of Night. Take Passwall Adept. Why not? Another Trooper or another Foragers. I think Foragers. I'm probably not going to play more than one, but I don't think I'm going to play more than one Erstwhile Trooper in most cases either. Mephitic Vapors is a nice sideboard card to pick up that late. Watery Grave. This is not the strongest pack for us. Iron Shell Beetle or Prey Upon or Golgari Guildgate. Oh my god, why did I do that again? I don't even know what I'm doing to make that happen. My cursor's down here. I'm somehow dragging it. Oh well. I mean, it was in our conversation of what we were going to take. We didn't give up anything major that time. I think when we took this, we probably did. I need to not select cards. I've never had this happen before, though, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. The Guild Gate will make our deck at least. And it may make it easier to splash Luminous Bonds in the end. Could have had 2 Boros Guild Mages, Legion Guild Mages. So here I think we take a Burglar Rat. Nice little early creature to do some damage to their hand. The Dissident's nice too, but I think Burglar Rat's just better. Yeah. Wow. Knight of Autumn. Huh. What is that worth? For a while it was worth a bunch, but I don't know if it still is. I need to check for this before I make this pick. 2 Selesnya Guild Gates. Funny. So Knight of Autumn. And it's worth about 2 tickets. Seems like all the money cards are worth like 2 tickets right now. So Urban Utopia would enable us to splash Luminous Bonds with very little effort. We'd run 1 Plains in the Urban Utopia. Also ramps us, which kind of matters with what we have. Oh, it actually doesn't ramp us, excuse me. It doesn't ramp us at all. I guess that's what I take. Okay, so do we want another Burglar Rat? Or our first Generous Stray, or a third Pitiless Gorgon? I think I'd take the Stray. I like drawing cards. Okay. Snitch is just going to be like a decent blocker in our deck. We don't have any way to surveil. It can survive Finality, though, and there aren't that many 2-drops that can. Bartizan Bats is fine, but I think I may want the Snitch more because we do need to be able to block early. Yeah. Okay, District Guide. That probably is what we want here because it lets us get a Guild Gate. We do only have the Golgari one at this point, but it's probably still worth it. It also helps us find our 1 Plains if that's what we want to do, or not Plains. Yeah, Plains if we want to splash Luminous Bonds. Yeah, so we'll take District Guide. Sprouting Renewal. We do have a lot of creatures, so maybe Arboretum Elemental isn't the worst, but we could also take a Selesnya Guildgate here. Yeah, that makes it our District Guide and our Luminous Bonds much better, so let's do that. Probably don't play Urban Utopia anymore. Probably just take another Guildgate here. I mean, the Okapi's fine, but it's not going to make the cut, so I'll just take another Guildgate. Here, do we want another Prey Upon or an Iron Shell Beetle? Probably just the Beetle. Barrier of Bones. Another Selesnya Guildgate. Now we don't even need to run a Plains. If another Burglar Rat. Another Foragers. I don't know that we need 2 Selesnya Guildgates. Maybe we do. I mean, it's not like, you know, they do produce green at least. This will be nice as a sideboard card against someone who has multiple Luminous Bonds. I don't think we want to mainboard it, though. It does get better in a deck where you have Burglar Rats and Generous Stray. So I have some trimming to do, of course. Can't believe I ended up in Golgari again. I mean, I can, but you give me Fine Finality. I was going to try hard not to be Golgari, but then I got that Fine Finality. It's just like, nah, gotta be Golgari. What are you going to do about it? Okay, so probably don't want to run Child of Night in an ideal world. The other 2-drops are all just better, even Whispering Snitch, I think, in this format. Though it may also be on the chopping block. So how many creatures do we have that when we cast Find, the Finality half of Find Finality, survive it? We actually didn't end up with nearly as much undergrowth as you would want to with Glowspore Shaman. The 2 Vigor Spore Worms and 2 Crawl Foragers are basically it, right? Yeah. But it does stock our graveyard for Find Broker and for Find, so there's a few other cards that care about that. So Foragers, I think we need to leave a decent number of creatures who can survive finality. And so, is Wild Ceratok better than Crawl Foragers? Probably not in a deck where we're actually going to be stocking our graveyard better than normal. So I think we lose a Ceratok. And probably Might of the Masses. And yeah, maybe you are on the chopping block, Whispering Snitch. You do block well against a Boros deck, so I'd probably side you in against them, but against everyone else, I think what we have at 2 is perfectly fine. So, yeah. So the question now is, how many Guild Gates do I want to run? I think, well, obviously we run both the Golgari ones. And then I think we probably do just run both the Selesnya ones. Is there anything else in white that maybe we want to splash? I mean, I wish just put cards in the graveyard. This is red-white, unfortunately. We could cast the first half. The Woodshaper is worth thinking about, and so the Guild Mage to a lesser extent. I mean, the nice thing about Guild Mages is they're always good, even in the late game. But I don't think we want to splash anything else that's white. I think we're good as is. And we'll just have really good mana when it comes to, like in general, because we have 2 Golgari Guild Gates, but also because of, so we already have 4 green sources, but only 2 black ones, but, so we definitely need, let's see, that's probably right, actually. That gives us 7 black sources. We could probably cut 1 green source. Oh, never mind. We don't need to cut a green source. We can just do this. Yeah. All right. Deck looks interesting. I'm excited to play this bomb that I got passed to me somehow. I'll see you guys in the first match. All right. We are going to play first here. See, no black. Oh, there's black mana. Never mind. Yeah, that's a good hand. Play the Golgari Guildgate on turn 1. Then Burglar Rat, then Gorgon. Seems reasonable. Okay, so yeah, we'll play our Burglar Rat here. Hopefully they're not also Golgari deck. That's when Burglar Rat can be problematic. I mean, it's still good. It's just less good because they get value out of creatures in their graveyard. Okay, they discarded a swamp, so that probably means, yeah, they are Dimir. We don't have double black yet for our Fine Broker, so hopefully we'll get there. It is a creature who can survive our big sweeper. Oh, gross. I'm thinking I'm going to attack into it and then use Deadweight, hopefully, in the second main phase to kill it, because it's going to be a bit of a problem if we can't. All right, so let's attack. There's almost no way he blocks, so just so you know. Glowspore Shaman will hopefully hit us a swamp. Yeah, they don't block. So I think we play the Glowspore Shaman now and see what happens. I wouldn't mind putting a swamp on top of my library. And that's what we're going to do. We hit both our foragers. That's kind of silly. So we're going to play our Selesnya Guildgate. We'll draw our swamp next turn. We can play the Fine Broker to get back one of the foragers. That may be what we do. Freaking Lazav. Luckily, it's only their graveyard, right? Yes. Right now, he's just a glorified Omen Speaker, basically. They are trying to throw stuff into their graveyard, though. I think playing Fine Broker and getting back a Forager next turn seems pretty reasonable. Moodmark Painter goes to the graveyard, so they can copy that, but it's not too scary. Only does 3 damage, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's attack with both our creatures. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. All right, so yeah, we'll play our Fine Broker here. Get back our Foragers. Only gain us 1 life at this point, but it is another big creature, so I'm kind of okay with it. So copying Moodmark Painter right now is not a threat. So, I mean, it makes my Burglar Rat unable to attack, I guess. But honestly, I'm willing to throw my Burglar Rat in there if he wants to block it and pay 4 mana to kill it, you know? So, oh, that's fun. Undercity Necrolisk. That could be a problem. Okay, so we're going to attack with our 2/3 power creatures here. Leave Burglar Rat back. I think we probably just play another play our 4/4 here. Okay, so that trade's happening. Yeah, we'll gain 2 life off of it now. How about that? Take us up to 22. That's a great target for Deadweight. They can obviously sacrifice it to this in response, since they left mana up. But I think we probably still do it. We can play our Generous Stray first and then think about it. It's probably worth doing. Yeah. Okay, so put Deadweight on the bats. They're going to sack it to make their guy 4/4. They didn't. Really? Seems like a mistake. Oh, you can only do it as a sorcery. Yeah, I knew that. I promise. So we'll attack for 7. Drops him to 5. Play another Selesnya Guildgate and end our turn. We put too much pressure on them for Lazav to do what he needed to do in the later part of the game. Yeah. We had a pretty aggressive start for, you know, the early Glowspore Shaman set up a lot of nice graveyard shenanigans for sure. The Fine Broker, and, well, that was the most exciting, but the Crawl Foragers getting into our graveyard at the same time was pretty good. Okay. I don't really think I have any answers here. No. I think we're good as is. We didn't even need to get our like crazy top curve to win that one. I think in most games we will. All right, I like the look of this one. Early Glowspore Shamans. Did they just pass their turn? That's not good for them. It looked like they passed their turn. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Okay, so we'll play Glowspore Shaman. We milled our Fine Broker, so needing double colors isn't exactly a priority. So I think I'd actually rather just draw normal here. I mean, we may not play Vigor Spore Worm as soon, but that's okay. We're not going to do it. We're just going to leave them. If it was the Selesnya Guildgate, I probably would have taken it. One of our Selesnya Guildgates. Oh, look who's here again. I'm going to have to prey upon that thing. 2 for 1 myself, probably. Maybe I don't need to do it yet. Wishcoin Crab. It can get risky, though. Ooh. It can get risky if you take your time in deciding to kill him. That's for sure. I'm sure they're just taking this. Yeah, so... I can play Prey Upon and another Glowspore Shaman, so I think I just do it. Oh, no, I can't. I only have 1 swamp. Who am I kidding? In that case, I think I just want to play Glowspore Shaman, and then... yeah. Forest, Golgari Guildgate. No, thank you. Man, we've milled our Bounty of Might that time. Okay. End our turn. It's a nice aggressive start, too, honestly. I mean, they hit hard, and Lazav can't block them at this point. And we can always use Prey Upon next turn. Because next turn, they could potentially make it a 2-5, in which case we're in for some trouble, I think. Maybe I should have taken one of those forests, because only having 1 green mana is kind of a nightmare right now. I mean, you know, there are worse problems, but... attack for 6. And then I think I Prey Upon Lazav in the second main phase. Or do I? Now that I have Okran Assassin, I'm not nearly as eager to try to do that, I don't think. Maybe I just play a 4-3, huh? Yeah. So even if he gets a land here and turns Lazav into a 2-5, I mean, big deal. Like, it's not too concerned about it. That's what he's planning on doing, I would think. He also has removal ready to go. Interesting. So I think I just attack here with everything. Yeah. Okay, so they're just going to kill this. That works for me too. Drop them to 8. And yeah, I guess we play Okran Assassin here. Kind of wish I'd taken lands when I played my initial Shamans, but... So, if they play like 2 things, we can play Iron Shell Beetle and kill them both with Okran Assassin. I think I just attack for 4 here and then play Erstwhile Trooper. We haven't seen much of their deck. I'm not really sure what's going on. Bad luck, I guess. We didn't have nearly as good of a start this time around as we did last time, so it's sort of surprising. See what happens here. Surely they survive, because I don't know why else they would have not scooped. I could have played Iron Shell Beetle to make this lethal on its own, but yeah, something like that can happen. He's giving -2, -4 to that, and tapping that. Okay. I could use Find to get back 2 creatures from my graveyard, like Glowspore Shamans, for example. But I don't think we need to do that yet. If things go really south, that's going to be a great way to dig us out of whatever hole we find ourselves in. Okay, so I think I do put it on the Assassin, just in case they do something here. And they might. They do have a lot of mana. But we get through for lethal unless they kill... Oh. Like I said, if things go really south, we do have a way out. There it is. It's going to come in handy now. Okay, so... I'm going to play Find. Get back... Probably Glowspore Shaman and Find Broker. Then I'm going to play Glowspore Shaman, and I think I am going to put a land on top so I can cast Vigor Spore Worm that will pump this a lot next turn. So we want a Forest, not a Guildgate. And we'll end our turn. Also makes it so we can play our Find Broker. That's rough to have to play that when it doesn't actually do anything with its trigger. Right now is when we find out if they have counter magic or something. Because we can do Vigor Spore Worm. Gives us a huge creature and one that's going to make this a must block that doesn't die in combat anymore. It's an 11-9. Man, Glowspore Shaman makes the Undergrowth so much easier when you get them. As you know, from the first 2 Golgari decks I drafted, I didn't get any of them. All right. End our turn. Yeah, we got there. Deck performed pretty well there in the first match. I'll see you guys in the next one. Second match. Is this a keepable hand? I actually think it is. But we definitely don't want to draw more lands, so let's try not to do that. I think the 2 Burglar Rats early will do their jobs. Hey, we didn't draw land. So we can play turn 2 Burglar Rat, turn 3 Centipede, which isn't too bad. It's a little worse against this deck, especially when they play that freaking thing. So, yeah. Freaking Sunhome Stalwart. And First Strike and all that nonsense. Can't block a Sunhome Stalwart with Spinal Centipede, that's for sure. Sky Knight Legionnaire. Where's Dead Weight when you need it, you know? I think I just play another Burglar Rat. Even though they can't block these guys, I think if we're going after their hand, we can hinder their future guys. Yeah, I mean, we took out 2 real cards, so I guess I attack with this Burglar Rat. There's no reason not to. If we can get to 6, we have a chance, but I don't know that they're going to let us do that. Oh, nice. So, kind of have to chump that now, I think. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, but we are going to chump it. Great. Things are going really well. Stupid flyers. Yeah, I mean, I think we're dead. They had an incredibly fast start. We had to think about sideboarding against this deck into a more streamlined, low curve one that can actually block early. Because right now, that's not what we're doing. Yeah, we'll block this. We go to 8. Feels good. Crawl Foragers will actually be pretty nice. So we do have that going for us. I mean, it'll gain us a little bit of life. Can't block this anymore, unfortunately, but they're trying to play so fast that they're trying to play stuff during their main phase, you know? Yes. Yes, cat. I'm aware you exist. So 5 flying damage, so we're not quite dead. Especially if we play Crawl Foragers, which is, I guess, what we're going to do. Getting run over by Boros is a real thing in this format, and that's for sure. Okay. So we're going to take 5 in the air and go to 5. We're going to chump block this. Make our Crawl Foragers a 5/5. A little too late for that to matter, but hey. I don't know why they didn't just attack with everything, because it's not like I can really block the Sunhome Stalwart, you know? I mean, I guess I could have with my... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, good. Yeah, we're dead. I mean, we can kill this now, but that doesn't do enough. These flyers. I mean, I can kill one of the flyers too, but that also doesn't do enough. So we may as well not show them what we have going on in our hand. Okay, so what do we have in our sideboard? We do have Mephitic Vapors, which is definitely good against them. We also have Whispering Snitch, which is pretty good against them. As just a nice little blocker. Child of Night isn't bad. Life gain, can trade with something early. And then it's maybe a place where we just don't want so many high drops. Yeah, maybe I cut a Forager. I don't know if we want Child of Night, but I think we do cut one of these. And then yeah. I don't know. Cut one of each of these, I guess. That's a maybe you just don't want Bounty of Might. At least these I can play. I don't need a board presence. Yeah, maybe we cut Bounty of Might. It can win us the game out of nowhere. And that's nice, but getting to that stage of the game is no easy task, so. Barrier of Bones is just bad against Mentor, so yeah. Could have thought about a cheaper trick like Might of the Masses, but I think this gives us a better chance. I would like to play first. I think I just clicked on not playing first, incidentally, which is awesome. I'm having some real struggles today. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to put you... I can cast you, but yeah, I guess that's okay. Oh, good, I didn't. It felt like I did. So, we do really need black mana. We know we're drawing a Gorgon, which at least we can cast. Just going to play this guy as a 2/2. Then we play our Gorgon next turn, most likely. They have multiples of that 2-mana 2/2 with first strike that they're probably about to play. No, just a Skyline Scout. How about that? So Mephitic Vapors would be really good here. Can we hit a swamp? No. We need a swamp so badly right now. I think I attack here. Yeah. We need to draw a swamp before they start mentoring these dudes, basically. Which is going to start happening next turn unless we draw a swamp. We take 3. Give me black mana. Oh, thank you. So, interesting. I could wipe their whole board, potentially. Let's attack with both our creatures. If they just take both, then that's fine. If they block one, either Mephitic Vapors will kill it. If they block Iron Shell Beetle, or it'll just die from Death Touch. Oh, it can't block anyway. So, with that in mind, yeah, I think we still attack. Maybe I should have left that back, but it's not going to be able to attack us this turn because it's not going to have any friends. He could play Sky Knight Legionnaire, I guess. I think we put this into our graveyard. We probably keep Glowspore Shaman. End our turn. Sky Knight Legionnaire. Yeah, I called that, unfortunately. For me. Take 6, go to 10. Alright, so I think we play the Glowspore Shaman. And yeah, I think we put the forest on top so we can play Crawl Foragers and gain some life here. We're just going to attack with the Iron Shell Beetle. Attack with both. And then block Wojek guy. But that doesn't seem great. This gets around most tricks, unless it's Sure Strike. So I think I'm only going to attack with one of them. So we're going to gain 3 off of our foragers. Oh, good. My life just got a lot more difficult thanks to Sunhome Stalwart. Oh my god. This deck is crazy. And it's very good against us. Yeah, they're just going to attack us. Okay, so chump and draw or go to 4. That is the question. I think I'm going to block. Gains me a little more life. So that doesn't hurt. I'm going to attack with my beetle again. Play our foragers. Go back up to 11. And it's big, so it's not like you can't block. That's not good. Okay. Now it can't block. I jinxed myself. Said it's not like I can't block. And then what happened? Okay, so we're going to block the bodyguard with our Death Touch creature. Take 6. Is there anything we can draw? No, that's not it. I can play both of these now, actually. And that is relevant. So I'm going to play District Guide. Yes, District Guide. That's what I said. District Guide's ability. and get a swamp. Play the swamp. Play Spinal Centipede. Attack for 2. Drop them to 10. We just lost that game. That match utterly and completely. That's why I said we couldn't really. We have to hope we don't run into a Boros deck, and we did. So, see you guys in the next match. Okay, I would like to play first in our last match here. This is not a very good hand. We don't have anything early, but we are on the play, so maybe Spinal Centipede's early enough, and Prey Upon's going to be okay in this hand. We have all our colors. I think we keep it. It's a little bit dangerous of a keep, but I think we keep it. So I think we'd rather play the Guildgate here, because, yeah. And specifically the Golgari one. Okay, another 3-drop. So we have, you know, we can play Spinal Centipede one turn and then Pitiless Gorgon the next turn. It's not too bad. Or vice versa, depending on what they do. It looks like we're not up against another aggressive deck, so that's good. Yeah, none of our creatures block that well right now, surprisingly. Do we want to play our Shaman? I can actually play my Guildgate out if I play the Shaman. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. All lands. Do we want one of these lands? Seems like there's a good chance we'll draw our 5th land. I mean, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 of our lands out of our deck, so we still have 10 left. So I don't think we put any on top. May regret that later. I did last game, didn't I? Kind of sucks not hitting a single creature there for our foragers and our future Vigor Spore Worms and stuff. Yeah, so we take 2 here. Don't really feel like trading. Okay. Guess we play our Spinal Centipede. You know what? Maybe I do first. Nah. Spinal Centipede. I'm not going to attack. End our turn. Could use Prey Upon, but it's not worth it. It's not worth 2 for 1ing myself with either of these creatures. Neither of them concern me a great deal. Okay. That concerns me a little. All right, so what do we do here? I don't think trading with the Centipede is too bad. Centipede for Centipede. But making this a 4-2 doesn't really matter, so I think I'd rather trade like this. Probably put it on the flyer? No, they're putting it there. Interesting. Didn't think that would happen. Okay, so I guess I'm going to attack. Yeah. Let's do it. They can kill it without me getting a +1/+1 counter on something. Wow, I did not think they were going to do that just to avoid me getting a +1/+1 counter, but I'm actually pretty happy about it. I am okay with it. Player Gorgon. We're up to 2 creatures in our graveyard now for when we do hit that 5th land. That will never hit because I didn't get a land out of my graveyard. Guild Mage's Forum. We've definitely had a hard time hitting lands. Like, it's been a little frustrating. Okay, they're going to... I mean, and some of it, I guess, is my fault, but there are still 10 lands left in our deck. So, it's like a 40% chance I draw a land every draw step. We could still draw one. So I could Death Touch this to death with Prey Upon. That's worth thinking about. But first I'm going to play Generous Stray. That'll come in handy later. Do I want to use Prey Upon to kill Dimir Informant here? I don't really think so. I think we hold on to it. We hold on to it until they play a creature that we're happy to 2-for-1 ourselves over, you know? And that wouldn't have been a 2-for-1, obviously, which is why it was kind of tempting, but I think it was close enough. Ouch. Okay. Artful Takedown's nasty. We take 4, they go up to 27. So we can play a Fine Broker. I can get a land back with Fine Broker, which is sadly pretty tempting at this point. Yeah, we definitely play a Fine Broker. It's going to be the biggest creature on the battlefield. I just have to decide what I want to do with it. Oh, I didn't tap my mana correctly. Surprise, surprise. So I could get a land and use Prey Upon to kill one of these. Or also gets us closer to Bounty of Might. It gets us ready for Crawl Foragers. I honestly think I want the land, but I could play get Glowspore Shaman and play it later instead and get a land back that way. Yeah, let's take this Glowspore Shaman. It's tempting to get a land, but if I don't hit a land with my next draw step, she can get me one the one after. So, yeah, I'll just hit my turn. You got plenty of life to pay for that Notion Rain. And they chucked 2 lands in the graveyard too. Like our 2 really powerful 6-drops, we haven't even gotten to cast yet, and that's pretty frustrating. If I draw a land, I'd probably just play Crawl Foragers, I would think. If I don't draw land, I'd probably play Burglar Rat and Glowspore Shaman. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be a 3/3 Guild Mage, which we'll definitely use Prey Upon on. No, it's Lazav. We use Prey Upon on him too. Except to do it, I have to play Pitiless Gorgon and then use Prey Upon, but it's probably worth it. Yeah, it's probably worth it. I could play the Assassin instead, but I think that's worse. So I think I play the Gorgon and 2-for-1 myself here to kill Lazav. Right, and we end our turn again. We both have very full graveyards. Theirs is even fuller because of all the surveilling they've been doing. Yeah. My cat is very vocal. She's playing with tissue paper and letting me know about it. Mesmerist, okay. Right, so we are in a nice little standstill here. Okay, so yeah, they have 2 cards in their hand. It's a little tempting to try to play Burglar Rat here and then Glowspore Shaman maybe. Than it is to play the Foragers, but the Foragers can actually attack, but not super well. They're not exactly gonna light up my game. So let's play Burglar Rat and see what they discard. It's too bad they had that extra land to play Lazav, otherwise I could have killed it with Golgari Fine Broker instead of having to 2-for-1 myself. They do like having some cards in their graveyard, so come here. You can come over here. And I can, like, pet you. But they discard Dead Weight. I'm not too upset about that. So, play this land. And do we play Glowspore Shaman here? Or Okran Assassin? Yeah, I think we play the Shaman. And I don't think we want any of that stuff. We did mill 2 more creatures. Or is it just 1? No, yeah, it's 2 more creatures. So that's not a bad thing. We could have gotten a land. Maybe we wanted it for Bounty of Might. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe it was. Because Bounty of Might can, like, destroy them. If I have a 6th land and they're, like, tapped out. Aw, okay. Gain some more life, why not? Who's going to mill themselves out first? Probably them. If they put 1 card in their graveyard here, it will be them. Yeah. That probably won't come up, though. I think one of us will find a way to win before then. I captured my cat, finally. Here, go in your little cat tree. And I can pet you during my opponent's turn, yes. They have 3 mana up. That does scare me a little bit for the Bounty of Might scenario. But, yeah, maybe we hold off on it for a turn. I mean, we'll be able to bust through the board later, too, you know. Yeah, so I'm just going to play these Foragers and gain some life. It's my turn to gain life, unless you counter that, but I'm kind of okay with it if you do. They do, which would have countered Bounty of Might, so I was right to be cautious, it seems. And yeah, they are going to mill themselves before me right now. Okay, so could I set up like Okran Assassin into Bounty of Might? So that'd be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not enough to kill them. However, it does make Okran Assassin a lot better if I play it first. Because I can pump it and then kill all their blockers. Does give me just a 2-for-2, but maybe they play a 3rd blocker? Probably not. No, they don't. Yeah, it wouldn't survive combat if that's what I do. Another Foragers isn't bad. Maybe I just attack with everything here and see what happens. I mean, I know what's going to happen. They have to block this. Those will die, and they'll take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Maybe I want my board to be even wider, though. I think it's a good idea to go even wider first, because we'll get in for more damage that way. And maybe we can also coax more cards out of their hand in the meantime. Yeah, we'll end our turn. If we can get more creatures in play to block, we're like golden, you know. But I don't know why they would do that, because they know I have this. But maybe they'll play one now. They do. That's really good news. Unless they have a way to kill this at instant speed for 4 mana. There is one way that can happen. Hey, there's Luminous Bonds. So I think we attack with everything. They could have Price of Fame or whatever. But even if they have that, Bounty of Might will mess them up, to say the least. So they all have to block Okran Assassin. Yeah, okay. So we can still mess them up, like I said, just not as much. It is harder to take down Murmuring Mystic, even with +3/+3, than it is the other creatures. Let's see what they do here. If they just take it all, I mean, I'd probably just play my Assassin and pass. Or if they do that. Kind of okay with that too. Okay, now we have to use it, I think. The Mystic's still going to be alive is the problem we have here. But I still think this is worth it. Give you +3/+3, you +3/+3, and you +3/+3. All we need is for them to start just drawing bricks, you know? Don't draw a spell. A scenario where we kill Murmuring Mystic would obviously have been way better, but it was not easy to set that up. Okay, not a spell. So, kind of okay with it. So, do I slap Luminous Bonds on the... Ooh. Okay, aggressive. The Spybug does have the potential to mess us up a lot. But we can shut down what it's good at more if we play Luminous Bonds than we can with this. But this is a better blocker. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But we do have Okran Assassin still. So I think I'm just going to put Luminous Bonds here. And attack with everything. Which is, you know, 9 damage. It's a large amount of damage. Take them down to 13. Play the Assassin. And in my turn. You could have played it larger with their Guild Mages for them. I just noticed. Alright, we got there. It was a little scary with that Mystic coming down. But we did it. Do we have anything we want to side in? I don't think so. No. Finally got to cast Bounty of Might. We did get to cast the 1/2 of our big board sweeper at least, which was nice. All right, this seems all right. I mean, it would be nice to have a 2-drop. I'm also the one on the play, on the draw, but I think we still keep it. 2 6s is a little annoying, but they are powerful. Maybe they'll do something for us in the late game. Play a turn 1 Guildgate. We do have a bunch of 2-drops, so chances we draw one are not insignificant. That's not going to be good. And they played it on turn 1 this time. Turn 2, whatever it is. We do have ways to kill it, at least, but it's going to get out of hand in a hurry. It's already a 2-2. Let's just draw dead weight here. This would be a great time to draw dead weight. We take 2. Okay, so I think I actually play the Stray first. Dig us a little deeper into our deck, and then probably the Gorgon next turn. Okay, what do we draw? Another Guildgate. Well, we're going to have the mana for Vigor Spore Worm and Friends, Bounty of Might and stuff. Okay, it's going to become a 3/3 now. Dead weight will no longer do the job. Basically, all we have is Prey Upon, right? Maybe we want Crushing Canopy against them. I think it's the only flyer we saw, but it is a pretty scary one. Probably better to just play the Shaman. Oh, we do have Luminous Bonds, actually, too. Probably about to mill it now that I said that. Fine Broker. We don't want that land. We have plenty of those. Fine Broker and Foragers go to the graveyard. We're going to play the Guildgate in case we do draw Luminous Bonds next turn. We'll end our turn. Their dead weight. It's not fair. Take 3, go to 12. And Leapfrog. I think we want to play 2 creatures here if we can. So let's play Burglar Rat, see what we hit. Severed Strands, okay. And then we'll also play Pitiless Gorgon. So between Leapfrog and Dimir Spybug, maybe I do want to bring in Crushing Canopy. They're just destroying us. We're going to take 6 in the sky here. And 1 on the ground. Worth taking 1 on the ground? Yeah. We go to 5. Like, if they draw another thing that gives us flying, we're dead, obviously. But I'm going to try to get in for a bunch of damage here and hope that Bounty of Might can finish them next turn. It could win us the game out of nowhere if they don't have a way of giving him flying again. So, we'll see. So we'll hit for drop them to 15 here. So if they give him flying again, we're dead. If they don't, we could win the game on our next turn. Because we can do 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6, 15, 6. Yeah, we can do lethal. But can they give it flying? Yes. With another artful takedown. God. Brutal. Do I want Crushing Canopy? I don't know. I still don't think it's enough. I don't think I've seen enough. Mephitic Vapors looks a little better than I expected here, but still not good enough, I don't think. Yeah, I think we just leave it. I mean, seeing one creature that has flying, which is all we've seen in either games, that has flying all the time, and one who gains it, doesn't really feel like enough. Yeah, those artful takedowns are gross against like Vigor Spore Worm. Your 6-drop that dies to a 4-mana spell that also taps another creature. We need to get all of our removal. Come on. We can do it. Playing first. Got a horrible hand, though, that we're going to have to send back. This one's better. We do need to hit 6 mana and all that nonsense, but I think it's going to be better. I think we want this on top, even though we desperately need to draw something early. At least we have a turn 4 Ceratok. Nothing else. This may have been a risky hand to keep. It probably was, but I'm excited to actually try to cast Find Finality, you know. The Finality half in particular. Nice. So we're going to play Glowspore Shaman here. Drawing a 2-drop was pretty nice. I think we do want to land this time around. We want to get to 6 pretty desperately. So, and we also want white at some point. So I'm putting the Guild Gate on top. And ending my turn. Hey, there's Leapfrog. So I think I attack with my Shaman. I'm guessing, well, they may not trade. I'd be fine with a trade, though. I think we play the Ceratok because, which means we play the Swamp instead of the Guildgate. I mean, it's just better to have a big creature, or the bigger creature early, I think. Yeah, so then we play Ceratok. It's also a creature who can survive Finality, potentially, at least. Depending on what our opponent does. And then next turn we can play the Guildgate. Alright, they get flying. They didn't put anything in their graveyard. Saw what they wanted, which was lands. They didn't have easy black mana because all they had is Guild Mages for them. Okay. I'm okay with that decision. I was okay with that one. I'll take 3. Okay, well, glad we got that white mana. We're not doing anything this turn, though, other than attacking for 4. So what I need to do here is get them to play several creatures from their hands. That's the goal. So that Finality can be at its best. Really? That will give us our 6th land, so that's nice. All right, well, we're going to attack with Ceratok and see what happens here. With Bounty of Might, like getting them down as low as we can makes it way easier to win the game. I mean, that's always true, but we can win the game out of nowhere potentially. They're going to bounce my Ceratok. If they do, I think I still play District Guide. Now they're going to straight up kill it. That hurts my soul. Now we don't have something that can survive Finality. So play the District Guide. Grab, yeah, Guildgate. If I grabbed not a Guildgate, I could have put Luminous Bonds on this right now, but I don't think it was worth it. Lazav, Guildmage, Spybug. Okay, they have played 3 things. I could just put Luminous Bonds on the Spybug. Wonder if they attack here. I definitely trade if they do. They don't. Okay, there's a creature who can actually survive me casting it, so I'm going to be greedy and wait for that, I think. Yeah, so we will play Find Broker. And what do we get back? Ceratok, I think, is going to be a nice threat post-Finality. So I think that's what I'll get. There is a chance this gets too big for me to kill here, and if that happens, we do at least have Luminous Bonds. If they surveil twice here, it'll get too big. It doesn't say the first time. Yeah, it just says whenever you surveil. Okay, this is going to be great. This is what we want to see. Their hand's empty. They have 1 blue mana untapped. 1 blue mana. He's a 4/4 now. They are going to hit me for 4 and drop me to 10 here, but okay, so we cast it for sure here. So make you big enough not to die. Kill everything else. Attack for 1. That should do a lot to help us turn the tide here. Between, yeah, and he's a 5/6 now, so I mean, they're not in good shape. Okay, so I think I just attack. Obviously, we could prey upon Luminous Bonds. We could even think about, if they decide to take this, just winning the game with Bounty of Might. They have 1 black mana and then nothing. In colorless mana. There's not anything that can kill my Find Broker for 2 mana of this color. They don't have a bounce spell up. I think we cast it. I'm a little scared, but I think we do it. Should I pull up Gatherer just to be sure? Maybe I'll do that real quick. Okay. We have plenty of time. Pulling it up on my phone here. Card set. Guilds of Ravnica. Let's see. Plenty of time, so. I'm just making sure there's not something really stupid that I'm forgetting. No, there's not. Okay. Am I wrong? No. Okay, we went 2-1 with Golgari again. Hopefully next time I won't draft Golgari, but fine finality, you can't really say no to that. So deck did pretty well, 2-1 in the end. I'll see you guys in the next draft video.